The future is never quite what you expect. When I was a kid growing up in the 90s, we'd be asked all the time to draw a picture of what we thought the world would look like after the year 2000. And often we would draw pictures of flying cars, utopias, things like that. When in reality, what we got was...
Hit it! Coming at you right between the ears is Hit Clips. Music to get you grooving. Hit Clips is a slick micro audio system. This tight package is small, pumps out monster sound. Sound like this, we clip, 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 and sample songs, so only the groove sticks. It's gonna be me. Plus with the micro boombox, load the mother load.
And I find myself in this repeating loop again, as I always thought a dystopia would look more like this. And I'm finding out now that it looks more like this.
So, question. Are you wearing anything right now? I'm all commando.
Oh.
Sorry for the jump scare, but this is going somewhere. Stay with me. What you just saw there was a screenshot from the game VRChat, and if you're unfamiliar with it, it's basically just a game where you could wear any avatar, interact in lots of different worlds with lots of different people. VRChat is essentially a wild wasteland where your Sonic the Hedgehog OC could roleplay being in the Olympics with the Beatles, and nobody would bat an eyelash at you. Now, I've never played VRChat. VR is not something I'm really interested in. It's not something I'm gonna dabble in anytime soon. But I got a video recommended for me on YouTube that sent me down a rabbit hole that I have to share with you because now it's there. It can't be down here alone. So I'm gonna bring you down with me. The title of this video was To Catch a VR Predator. There was a show, To Catch a Predator, that used to be on TV, of, Chris Hansen. He's pretty well known now because he's an internet man essentially at this point. But when I was growing up, it was on TV and it was huge. It's a show where they pretend to be minors in chat rooms to try to get predators arrested. And at the time, them tackling the chat room aspect of this was kind of futuristic because they were some of the only people doing this sort of a thing. And these chat rooms were becoming places for older people to flock to harass young people. So it was naturally a pretty compelling show for America. You got to see the creepiest dudes in America get taken down and humiliated in the style of a propaganda spectacle where there are clear good guys and bad guys. It made people fall in love with the show. I actually had a roommate in college whose media diet consisted of nothing but watching episodes of To Catch a Predator and the first season of Jersey Shore on DVD. Yeah, that was an interesting living situation.
Come get some. Snap. Dirty pics.
And while the efficacy of To Catch a Predator has always been up for debate, it was pretty undeniable that the formula of the show was hard to look away from. You wanted to watch it. So seeing something as unhinged and wild as VRChat carried the title of To Catch a Predator, such a compelling show, it made me naturally think, oh my god, am I about to see somebody's persona do a Chris Hansen-style Predator sting on a has-been hotel character while a SpongeBob watches in the corner? This VRChat Predator shit is peak dystopia, and I cannot look away. Okay, so before we even dive into anything, I do want to put a precaution out there. Because while what we're going to be discussing today happens in the virtual world of VRChat, they are still sensitive topics that deserve respect, and a trigger warning: if any of these things make you uncomfortable, please click off the video. Don't ruin your day. Don't get in a bad headspace because of a YouTube video. Take care of yourself first and foremost. We'll be back here talking about goofy stuff again, okay? So if this is not the video for you, please don't subject yourself to that. If you're okay with these sensitive topics, we'll be examining them through the lens of what this VRChat platform is, what it sort of looks like. Some of it is going to look visually silly just based off of what is possible within VRChat. Anyone can be anything. So we are going to be seeing people talking about these topics who are on screen represented as, pretty much anything. So with all that being said, what the heck's VRChat? According to Wikipedia, VRChat is an online virtual world platform created by Graham Gaylor and Jesse Jordry. The platform allows users to interact with others with user-created 3D avatars and worlds. VRChat is designed primarily for use with virtual reality headsets, being available for Microsoft Windows PCs, and is an app for Android-based headsets such as MetaQuest, Pico 4, and HTC Vive XR Elite. VRChat is also playable without a virtual reality device and a desktop mode designed for a mouse, keyboard, gamepad, or mobile app for touchscreen devices. So pretty accessible to a lot of people and a lot of platforms and a lot of different ways to play. And that's a big part of what we're going to be discussing later on. It was released back in 2014 and has found massive popularity. Perhaps you've heard of games like Second Life or Habbo Hotel. Well, this is incredibly similar. The game is made up of like endless little worlds that people have created, virtual little worlds where you all get together and do your little thing on your little world. You go anywhere, people design things like that are super elaborate, super crazy. There are worlds based off video games, movies, whatever, you name it. There's like everything in VRChat. And in these worlds, users interact with each other with their avatars, and they can be pretty much anything. You can join different groups, you can have a little creator economy going on. There's really a lot you can do within VRChat, so it's a very cool kind of a thing. So VRChat's popularity grew thanks to those pesky YouTubers and Twitch streamers, making it popular. It's really something that pretty much everybody knows about these days. And one thing that's really cool about VRChat is that there's a lot of ways for users to express themselves that they may not be able to do in real life. It's super accessible, and there's communities of acceptance among VRChat users. You know, it's generally a pretty welcoming place, and it can be a very safe space for a lot of people. They're even accommodating to players who don't want to chat at all, right? Who would rather remain silent, but participate non-verbally or through any kind of communication that they would find easiest for them. It can be a very accepting place. It could be a very safe space, and it's a good thing to have for a lot of people. Now, all that being said, it has had a major problem for a long time, and that is the game is considered 13 plus. So you have an intermingling of minors and adults in a social setting. And this is where the predatory dangers of the game start to present themselves. In fact, in 2022, there was a BBC News report where they stated VRChat doesn't provide enough to safeguard minors from adults and to keep minors out of adult content, because this is a user-generated platform. Anything can be made. That means anything. And while you're represented by avatars on screen, that doesn't mean that harassment can't happen. Yeah, you're not physically touching each other, but you may not want to be interacted with in certain ways as an avatar on the screen. Worse still, if you have a scenario where a predatory adult wants access to children, it can be a relatively simple procedure here on VRChat. And while some content gating systems have been put in place, it doesn't seem like things have been nearly robust enough. And it seems that a lot of the predatory behavior that's been allowed to happen on the platform hasn't really been as big of a concern to the VRChat developers. And this is where these VRChat predator stings come into play, because it seems that the users of VRChat have sort of taken it upon themselves to start defending their community. So look, I'm no VRChat expert or anything like that. I just kind of lightly fell down this rabbit hole the other day when I saw this video that I really could not look away from. But from what I've gathered, there are certain people that are out there creating video essays to sort of expose these predatory people in VRChat and help keep the community a little bit safer. So this video by this guy, Blah, came up on my YouTube page, and I watched it. And it kind of blew my mind, because I felt like I was in a true dystopia. You know, if you've seen an episode of To Catch a Predator, like, they'll give the craziest lame excuse for being there, you know? It'll be like, oh, I just wanted to bring an apple juice over. And it's kind of like you're seeing somebody do that, but dressed as like a furry who also changes into like a demon prince. And it's just crazy. So this guy, he exposes Bomber Wolf GX. He's an adult in his 20s who has been sending lewd messages to minors, doing, you know, erotic role plays with minors on VRChat and things like that. So what they did in this video, they essentially just did a Chris Hansen style sting. They had somebody be a decoy and establish that they were a minor, and that Bomber Wolf GX believed that they were a minor. And this person filmed their interactions with Bomber Wolf GX, and the guy literally, as a big wolf furry, takes out a big furry wolf member. It's crazy. The footage is crazy. I'm just going to show you some of the craziest parts from this that really blew my mind and made me feel like I was living in a true dystopia, like endgame dystopia, where the predator is a 3D furry man. It's It's just kind of crazy. I don't even know what to make of it. I'm honestly just so befuddled. I'm bewildered. I'm baffled. But boy, I was hooked into it. It felt like watching an episode of To Catch a Predator. We're like, I can't look away at this train wreck. This is awful. But like, damn, this guy is just really embarrassing himself like that. And I can't stop watching. So anyway, enough with the preamble. Let me show you some of the parts to this. This guy is obviously part of the VR chat community. He explains anything that I have brought up here a million times better than I do. So here's some highlights from that, just to get an idea of how dystopian and crazy this was. Hey gang, I'm gonna pop up from time to time over here to sort of explain some of what's going on, especially for those of you who may not be familiar with VRChat as in depth here, okay? But I'm gonna let Herblaw's intro roll first though, because I think it gives the best sort of synopsis of what this VRChat predator sting stuff kind of is, okay? So I'm gonna get out of here for a second, but I'll be right back.
VRChat is rated for players aged 13 and older, but its culture reveals that this rating doesn't align with reality. Exploitative behaviors, predatory actions, and inappropriate content have become far too common, and the platform's own leadership has actively contributed to this environment. This is not a space that is appropriate for anyone under the age of 18. Hidden behind avatars are dangerous behaviors, bad influences, and predators targeting vulnerable users.
Hey, Maddie, why don't you take a seat right over there? I got some things to ask you.
You weren't expecting that.
No, I was not.
Well, I don't think you were expecting me here, were you, Rocket? You're 27, you're from Florida. Yeah, you want to explain yourself?
We're here to expose the truth and hold them accountable.
Oh, don't piss me off.
Okay, why?
Don't piss
Why?
me off, bro. Don't piss me
Why?
off.
What are you gonna do?
I said you
Listen,
can speak, man. Let me just finish what I'm saying.
No.
Okay.
Shut up.
I want you to do it one time per year she has been alive.
That'd be 14, right? Sorry, Paige. I'm sorry.
This is To Catch a VRChat Predator. Well, I'd like to introduce you to Brady, or online he goes as Bomberwolf GX or Bomberwolf, and he claims to be a 27-year-old man. I just want to quickly talk about the way he interacted with our decoy on Discord. Of course, the text conversation itself was explicit, but he did also send us some drawings. Half of them were just like normal drawings that he supposedly made, but the other half were obviously explicit. And they even included Sonic. Apparently he likes Sonic a lot. I'm not too sure. Aside from just drawings, he did actually, send some videos and images of himself as well. These contain, his face, explicit imagery, obviously, and several videos of him using an adult device that is controllable over the internet, which of course our decoy requested if she can use it when we meet him in game.
So yeah, absolutely wild. This guy has sent not only lewd images of himself, but drawn lewd images of Sonic the Hedgehog and things like that. Wild, absolutely wild things. Again, thinking he's sending it to a minor. So here he's coming into, he's trying to find like a VR chat world that they can go into that's, I guess private, so that he can, eventually show her. This video is gonna make me sound so old, man. It's not like lewd images of it's like a 3D avatar wolf wiener. It's just watch.
I made it nighttime. Let's go explore.
Okay, let's do
Shall
that.
we?
Yeah. I got the remote app. You remember?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. I still have to add you on it. Oh. Oh. He has no pants. He's fucking naked.
Because
Oh my.
do you see?
I
Do you see something?
I do. Oh my god.
So it's blocked out, but he's got a 3D wolf John Thomas that he's showing to her, and I'm pretty sure he's controlling it, making it bigger, and all this sort of stuff, right? So again, just to contextualize this is a 27-year-old man who thinks he's in a chat room with like a minor 14-year-old or something like that, and he is showing this minor his
question.
wolf stuff.
Yes.
Are you wearing anything right now?
I'm wearing a sweater and some shorts. Are you wearing anything?
I'm all commando.
Oh. 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 Well, do you,
Yes.
do you want me to control the toy?
It's charging right now,
Oh,
but once it's done charging,
how much is it at?
it's all yours.
Ugh.
Not too long.
Okay.
This is all happening also after he's already sent nude images of himself to someone he thought was a minor. It's almost difficult to perceive as a danger because it is ridiculous to see this person doing this with like a wolf, but like this, you know, could traumatize a kid. This could scar them. This could really affect how they view sexuality and how they participate in sexuality themselves, right? So as silly as this might seem, this is very dangerous stuff, right? And I think it's a genuine problem that needs to be stopped. So, you know, again, kudos for this kind of predatory sting here, okay?
I think you should get the toy. Even if it's not charged all the way.
I'll be right back then.
Okay.
How you do it is you hit plus sign and waiting for you to accept it.
Okay, I'm accepting him. Oh my gosh, wait, hang on a second. My friend joined. I'm hanging out with a friend right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can leave if that's a problem. Wait, are they up here?
Oh,
hey.
Oh.
Sorry, I was just world hopping, man. What's up?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Nothing much.
I'm sorry. Were you guys? Was I interrupting something? I can leave. I'm sorry.
No.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave
No,
here in a
you're
minute
just
anyway.
talking.
So, what's you guys up to tonight?
There's a mirror here too.
Oh wow.
Oh, we're just chatting.
I'm just world hopping too.
All right. Well, it was nice meeting you guys. What was your name?
Bomber.
Bomber. Okay. Also, Brady, I was just gonna ask you. You know, my name is Ergbla. I do exposing vids on predators in this game. We have all your information. We have all the screenshots of everything. I just wanted to ask you some questions, if that's okay. Like, I don't know. Like, I just want to make sure I'm understanding what's going on here. Was it like, do you know what you're doing, or did you like not really fully understand, or are you guys just hanging out, or what?
My mind and everything.
Yeah.
I'm just going through a lot.
Of course, yeah, I get it.
And dealing with my gram in the hospital.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And trying to get over an ex and all that. I wasn't thinking.
Right.
I don't know what came over me. So that's... And it doesn't help that I have autism. So my mind is everywhere.
Now, this is where it really reminds me of To Catch a Predator, right? This is basically the setup. This guy thought he was going to do something with a minor, and then Chris Hansen walks in, Ergbla being the Chris Hansen stand-in this moment, right? So we're gonna get a little sting going on here, and what's very similar to Catch a Predator is the lame excuses that this guy comes up with, and they, you know, it ends up kind of being funny in a way because the way this person tries to answer, come up with, you know, they're just predatory creeps. You know, you don't feel bad for them. And considering, you know, it's been a difficult time to get the developers to do something about this problem, I appreciate this Ergblog guy going in and, you know, kind of doing something to keep the community safe. Even if it's just embarrassing the shit out of this guy, at least it's something.
So, like, when you say you weren't going to go through with it, like, what part of it did you not, like, were you not going to go through with?
All of it.
Well, you did that part, though, right? I mean,
You're just laying back?
That was on me. I was just laying back.
With the toy on. And I was controlling it.
Yeah, it was right beside me.
You weren't actually using it?
Yeah.
I wasn't using it. It was loud. It's loud. And it's broken because I threw it.
Why'd you throw it?
Like a couple of days ago.
Why?
Anger issues.
Yeah, but like, why'd you throw that out of all things?
It was either the PS5 controller or that.
Terrible excuse, but incredible concept, right? Like, you're so angry that you only have two things nearby, your PS5 controller or this, you know, Wi-Fi remote controlled wiener ring or something, whatever it is, right? That's incredible. And then you throw the wiener ring. You're just like, I'm done with this. Blah!
No, I was having an argument with my ex. And trying to...
Is your ex somebody from VRChat?
Talk to her. No.
Like in person?
No.
Or like out online somewhere else?
In person.
No,
in person. She kind of, I don't know, like she used my feelings or what. Like, I'm broken because of her.
Right.
And
so that's why you were trying to use a minor's feelings and victimize them like that?
No,
did you like see him physically try to like? Did
it was on.
You can see his hands.
He made sounds. He was laying back. Yeah.
Because when I lay back on my back, I'm a heavy set dude. I have a hard time breathing.
Aren't you naked right now?
Back. Yes, because I have the neighbors downstairs has their heat on 24/7.
But you also got out of the shower right after, or right before we called.
Because I was cooling off, and I was cooling off
Listen, Bomber,
with cold water.
I have an honest question for you.
My muscles.
You were just going to pretend.
Then why did I add you?
Because I've been having trouble with the app itself with the device. It wasn't even charged.
Right.
It was only like 5% battery left on it.
So let's say it was fully charged.
That's not what the app said.
Charge it. The app itself, they're still working on the kinks.
I know how the app works. I know how it works.
Well, but if she was controlling it, what would you have done?
I was just making sure the connection works.
Oh, so you were just using her to test the connection of it?
No, not like...
So she could see that the thing was on because she has access to control it and everything, and she controlled it, and he was making noises and everything. It's just like, this is just so crazy. I can't look away. I cannot look away from this. There's something wrong with me.
Like, I just want to know what was going to happen instead then, that actually, like, is believable. Because I find it hard to believe, and I'm sure you can understand that.
I was gonna talk.
But that's not what you did, though. This wasn't just talking, right?
No, I wanted to meet her in person, and not in person, but
just talk to her in game.
VRChat and talk to her in the game and tell her that this is wrong.
Okay.
I need to stop.
So at what point were you going to do that, though? Like, when was that going to happen?
I was about to do that when I was stretching out my back.
So just before I joined, like you were just about to do it?
Yes.
You see why that's very unbelievable.
Oh, you missed it. His dick was out.
Oh, I saw it.
His wolf dick.
I mean, you didn't need to have that out if you were just going to tell her it's wrong, right? I saw it.
I know. I
saw the red rocket.
He was dressed before we got in the tub.
Yes, I was.
He had clothes on.
I was.
you committed this far, and then now you're saying that the moment you're gonna quit is the very moment I joined. Like, do you see how that's not believable? And I like I said, like, let's just make this easy.
It's the ears for me, emoting the guilt, like so dystopian. It's just so wild. I feel like this is just, I don't know. It's the wildest thing I've ever seen.
Are you 100% convinced that he was going to go through with it if I didn't join?
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
So how am I supposed to not believe her, especially with all the evidence?
The reason why you're saying that, because you want me to get in trouble, and number one.
I saw your dick, bro.
The reason
within less than an hour of us talking.
We're here because we're trying to prevent actual children from being victimized, because I get you had a hard situation and it seems like a lot of tragedy has surrounded your personal life. I'm sorry for that, right? But at the end of the day, there's no excuse for I don't know, you're all fucked up. You can still hear me though, right?
I went on see.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Can you hear me still?
For some reason, your guys' avatars are, and my avatar is.
Yeah, you're like flipping out.
Odd.
Can you hear me still?
Here, hang on.
Uh-oh. He's like going werewolf mode.
Yeah, he is.
Hang on.
All right. Yeah, your head is between your legs right now. I think that was the head you were thinking with today as well. The one down there. By the looks of things. Are you good now?
Hang on, I gotta switch off my body tracking. My trackers got shifted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Can I continue? Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make one point, right? Right, but at the end of the day, there's no excuse for, you know, whatever has happened to you for you to put that on somebody else, especially a child, because, you know, kids live with that like their whole life, you know what I mean? And especially like under the age of 18, a lot of these kids, they don't even realize the situation they're in. You know what I mean? Like, they don't even understand what's happening when you're doing that to them, and they don't understand, and it has like lifelong impacts on them when they're manipulated in that way. Like, as bad as your situation is, like, you projecting that onto these kids is going to make their life, you know, a lifetime of like hurt in a similar way to what you feel. You know what I mean? Like, that is a very possible reality.
Yeah.
For them to be manipulated like that. Me personally, in like a perfect world, I would feel the happiest, and I believe that everybody witnessing this would also be the happiest outcome. There
is no such thing as a perfect world.
Hold on. I'm just saying, I said you can speak, man. Let me just finish what I'm saying.
No.
Okay.
Shut up.
All right, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, shut up.
There is no perfect world in this world.
I mean, best case scenario.
Nothing perfect about it.
It's a.
You've seen all the shit that's going around all the world and all that, and you call it fucking perfect? No, don't bomber me.
It's an expression. I don't mean that literally. I'm saying best case scenario.
I don't even care.
All right, man. Listen.
So ultimately here, this guy's just going to log out. I don't know why he didn't do that in the beginning. Like, I mean, I'm glad we got to see this guy get shamed for being a weirdo and for being a predator, but I don't know why he sat there and answered all those questions, but you know, I'm glad he did, and hopefully more of this sort of stuff can keep these guys off of here. But hopefully VRChat does something about this sooner rather than later. Hopefully these videos make it very obvious that something needs to be done here. You know, I wouldn't want my kid being a victim to a guy like this, right? And the fact of the matter is, that's what this guy's intention was, to find a real kid and take advantage of them through this game, because they know that they can. So it's gross and it's horrifying. I, you know, appreciate what this guy Ergblaw has done here, and I know there's other VR predator kind of guys out there and stuff, and you know, ultimately I don't think that predator hunting, like, you know, in the media style is the best way to get this sort of stuff done. But I acknowledge that in a situation where developers aren't doing something like this, you know, sometimes this is the best way to shake the tree and get something to actually change here. So, you know, kudos to Ergblaw. Let's wrap this thing up on the flip side here, but make sure you go watch his full video, subscribe to him and all that stuff, you know, because it's pretty compelling stuff that's going on. That's Crazy, right? Like, he's trying to give an explanation for why he's being inappropriate with a minor, and like magical, dark, flowing energies coming from his fingertips. It's wild, and it's for such a serious topic. The juxtaposition against this, the sort of silliness of what you see on screen, is absolutely compelling. I could not look away, and I'm just wondering if you guys feel the same. Is your mind as blown by this as mine is? Like, I don't know. I'm not well after seeing this stuff. I'm not well. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought about this craziness in the comments below. Got cool videos every week. What are they about? I don't know. This is like we're potpourri over here, okay? I don't know what's in here. We're just doing stuff that I like. So, like and sub, you right? You know what I'm saying? Okay? Watch this video here if you know what's good for you. Watch that video here because YouTube thinks you'll like it. Subscribe if you're a real one. Thank you guys for watching. I've been Hellion.Vision. Oh my god, look over there, you can't see me.